Hello and welcome back to Crawdaddy Cosplay. Today we are going to be constructing our Space Marine Primaris Intercessor Bicep piece. So that's for the Mark 10 Tacitus armor. Um, this is a very simple build, and if you didn't have a lot of experience and you were looking for something to cut your teeth on, this is a good one for that. We'll start out by saying that all cuts are straight cuts on the part. There's no specialty cuts at all. So let's go ahead and walk through our pieces that we've got. We've got piece 1 alpha here. 1 alpha has 2 groove details on it. It's got some overlap. Part 1 Bravo here, all cuts, straight cuts, very simple. Simple overlap. 1 Charlie has the other half of a groove detail right there for the inside of the arm. And an overlap. And then the overlay that goes on top of the armor, we got parts 2 alpha and 2 bravo with the detail grooves on the back of part 2 bravo. And we have a couple armor details. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time for doing these in black, but these pieces here are all 8mm, and I needed 10mm to provide some surface change to add some level of detail for these. They're almost like little rivets or little buttons, just like I did for the thigh piece. But basically 2mm in, you've got a groove that you put in on either side of them. I realize I'm holding them up, you probably can't see the groove at all, and I apologize for that. But if you get the template, you'll see that. And those just go here on their armor details for part 1 alpha. But we'll put those on after we have 2 alpha and 2 bravo on. So let's go ahead and mask up and get building. So this is a new can of glue, and it's a little thinner than when it because when you're using it, you're holding it open and it's able to off gas, and the viscosity of it changes by the time you're halfway done. It's a little thicker as you apply it, so this may take a little bit longer to set up and get ready for us to assemble. And you probably saw me fighting it a bit and having to dip back on there because it kind of runs off a little bit because it's a little less viscous than it's going to be near like the end of its life. And this is a pretty short radius bend to get around the bicep, so it's going to put a lot of stress on this joint as we form the part. So we'll put a little bit of insurance on there to make sure our seams don't come apart, give our contact cement time to set up, and these will come off. This tape will come off right before we attach the overlay. That's the bicep piece. So you'll notice on parts 2 Alpha and 2 Bravo, the outside registration marks I translated to the adjacent cross section. When you look at the templates, you'll see that those registration marks are olive colored, and that is an indication for you to do that so that you can see them better as you align them as you work your way around the piece. Now you are going to be tempted to lay down contact cement over this entire overlap area. And younger me would have told you to go ahead and do that, and probably would have done that himself. We want these parts to be rigid, but we also have to take these things on and off, and we want a little flexibility to them. So we're just going to get a little bit of an overlap with the edges and use that to stick the piece on there so the piece still has some flexibility. Otherwise you can get some pieces that are so rigid it's hard to even get them on and off. So you probably noticed the end there I applied the contact cement where the armor details go, so that we won't have to open that up again for the rest of this build. Here we've got our left bicep piece, and we just mirror all these parts for the right and include as few or as many of the armor details to provide some asymmetry, if we like, to the armor. There we go. Now, let's be honest about something. With the big old giant shoulder pieces that go on, most people are probably never going to see this armor or any of its detail. So this is definitely one of those pieces that you take pride in and only you know, and it's there because you're a completionist and you like to get everything done. Most models that you see out there don't really have much in the way of the this piece, but I wanted to do something that was kind of in the vein of the thumb piece, or sorry, the thigh piece that we made. But this is it, and we'll find a way to the compression suit that we wear underneath. We'll find a way to attach that. But that's it for this edition of Crawdaddy Cosplay. Visit my Etsy store, and I hope you find something there you like. Thank you.